All right, looks like we are live. Let me put the Zoom link in the chat. If you're listening to the replay, sorry, just give me a minute here while I get everything started up. Um, Sorry, I'm late, a day late. Hence well, I will talk about that here once we get going. Let some folks sign in, and again, let me post the Zoom link if anybody wants to join the Zoom. You can also obviously chat in the chat. Glad to have you. Welcome aboard today. There we go. That looks like that is going to post. Yes. So there's the Zoom link. If anybody wants to jump in and talk, be glad to see you. Glad to talk with you. Um, so hopefully everybody is finding their way on board. Things are collapsing quite rapidly now. I'm seeing severe collapse in China, the UK. The UK is dealing with supply issues, groceries, fuel, stuff that's rather important. And man, one thing that I really want to reiterate to people forget about aerosol masking. They forget. They think this is just going to be, oh, this is going to collapse and that's going to collapse and it's just going to be in waves, and people will they'll be moved, they'll be climate refugees. So we're already seeing that. I see that hugely on the East Coast, in Georgia. So yeah, there's climate refugees, and that's been going on for years now. But um, we're seeing severe collapse in so many countries. Lebanon, um, add to the list. United States out west is collapsing rapidly. I mean, it's in the United States collapsing rapidly as a whole. We're arguing about abortion and voting rights and gerrymandering for an election that's not even going to fucking happen, right? That's insane. That is totally insane that people are all up in arms about we're losing our voting rights and blah, 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 blah. Dude, the feds and the CIA know that there's not going to be a 2024 presidential election, because there won't be any left to govern. There won't, if there is people alive, there will be underground. And they will be, at the very minimum, have nice basements, but, and maybe radiation from the nuclear power plants melting down hasn't reached them yet. They haven't gotten too extremely hot yet, but we know that people just discount aerosol masking. And as Guy quotes James Hansen, a 30% reduction in aerosol masking, or in industrial activity, you lose aerosol masking to a degree of rising the global average temperature by 1 degree. And we are roughly at about 2.2, 2.3 C, according to Sam Carana and others who verify this pretty well, and I think they're on point. And 3C is right around the corner because of the snowball effect, the feedback loops. So many feedback loops. Like, Guy's got like 65 feedback loops if you read his climate change update and summary on Nature Past Glass. So it's just a pure fucking hellhole that we're falling into quickly, rapidly, more rapidly every day, I think. Hi, Susan. Good to see you. Thank you too for everybody that reached out and said, "Hey, Joey, everything okay? Show today?" Because yes, we are a day late, and 2 lifetime short. So we're a day late on doing the show, but we're 2 lifetime short on action to undo anything that's been unraveled for years, and what we've brought upon ourselves by digging up fossil fuels for roughly 200 years, and pretty much digging up almost all the fossil fuels that humanity's 7.9 billion people can dig up in that amount of time, pump it up into the atmosphere, and then we're going to go, well, now we just got to go up and capture it. Like, we'll sweep it under the rug and it'll be okay. Fuck, dude, this is so crazy. People really believe in this technology that doesn't exist and will never exist. And oh, it's just completely insane. So we're falling down pretty rapidly. 3C is right around the corner. We know that's human extinction. And we're at, like I was saying, Sam Karana and others, and we're at 2.3C roughly right now. And we've been there for a few months, so who knows? Maybe we're beyond that now. The storms that are going on in in all the seas, all the oceans are just ramping up, at least in the northern hemisphere, from what I've seen. Hey, Dan. So, the halt of a pipeline. Yeah. I really think that we're really running out of gas, running out of fuel. We've dug up most all that we can find, really, I think, and it's getting harder and harder. So, I mean, you're seeing more and more countries that are going to have fuel shortages, especially compounded by climate events like all the floods, the storms. Of course, entire cities and and regions are having to migrate because of droughts and fires out west and in North America. Plus, that pretty much every country. There's not a country that obviously is safe. That's the other thing that cracks me up about people and denialists. They'll say, well, there's going to be like one little place in the world that'll be like inhabitable, like maybe Greenland or something like that. And it's like, or maybe Iceland or something like that. It's like, dude, you forget the world is fucking one. It's one globe. It's one planet. Whatever goes on over here happens over here. There might be a delay, but it's one planet, one world, one set of natural living arrangements that we've destroyed, demolished, decimated the planet. But we still have plenty of work to do. Don't get me wrong. There's still obviously life. And we cruised middle Georgia for hours these last couple of days. And I thought for sure we'd find some stuff. We found a few dead animals on the road. Not much, man. And out there in the middle of nowhere where there's not even internet, there's still no animals. So you just you can even get away from the internet and still not really see nature other than like some woods and some trees. It's kind of, and some birds. We did see some birds, and that was cool. Nothing too crazy. Walked up on a river. Guy was fishing. He had caught an eel, chopped it up, and used it for bait. So I only saw a little piece of the eel on the end of the hook. And then he caught a brim. I was there, sunfish, whatever you call those, a little common. That's like pretty much any hole of water that's bigger than a creek. You're probably at least going to get brim or sunfish out of. So there's a whole lot going on. It's not good. Things are collapsing fast. So I'm sorry I wasn't here yesterday. We had a little family thing. My wife's father we had to go check on him. He's going downhill a little bit, and we just needed to make sure that he was okay. And I didn't know if she was going to come back with me or not, because we didn't know that he might need care 24/7. So yeah, I was just like, we'll see when we get there, kind of thing. He lives alone. She's the only child. So he's got some friends locally. That's good, but he lives out in the middle of nowhere. He doesn't have internet. So we're gonna be pretty busy. Especially Tammy, it would be busy, and then I'll be busy going to work, and I'll probably be busy trying to keep up with the house while she's going back and forth checking on him, and until it gets to the point where he's got to be somewhere permanently, like 24/7 supervision. So it's just all over a fuck show. We were hoping that his health would decline later, so that we could not have to deal with that and collapse at the same time. We were hoping that that would, yeah. So it's just another layer on the cake. So that's why the title, one day late, two lifetimes too short, because we're two lifetimes too short to obviously act on climate. So anybody that says that, oh, we need to do something now, we need to cut emissions now. You cut emissions now, loss of aerosol masking, dude. We're days to weeks. We go beyond 3C and we bake pretty quick. So people just don't get it. And I mean, people don't get anything. They can't even fucking understand COVID and masking. And really simple shit like COVID is a pandemic. You wear a mask, and and if you want to get the vaccine, that's great too. And I am fully for that, but you still got a mask. And people aren't doing that either because they're like, I got the vaccine, so fuck off. I'm safe. No, you're fucking not. You got to wear a fucking mask no matter what. You still can get it. You might not, you have a much less, probably almost zero chance of dying COVID if you have the vaccine, but you have to still wear a mask and all the American bullshit, because we don't like, masking is hard for America. Anything is difficult from America unless we're just, raping babies and stealing everything from other countries for profit. That's the only thing. America. That's any empire throughout history, right? Any empire throughout history. That's all they ever were good at. And then when they couldn't do that anymore, they collapsed. Well, unfortunately, there's nothing left for the earth to give us this empire, this great empire. So, as we all know, we need 7.9 billion people on the planet use about 7 Earths per year. So we need 7 more Earths. And that's kind of a lot to shit out.